What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So the truth, former unified 3-belt, WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer who is now junior middleweight title contender, it seems. That being Errol the Tszyu Spence Jr. 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout. We have not seen Errol Spence in the ring since he suffered that defeat, and the only defeat of his career to the now retired pound-for-pound king and best fighter of his generation, Terrence Bud Crawford, July of 2023. So Errol Spence, July 25th of this year, in 2 weeks, will be ending his 3-year layoff to fight former WBO junior middleweight world champion, Australian star in the States, but superstar in Australia, Tszyu, son of a legend, Tszyu. They'll be fighting in Australia. And many people are clamoring to see what version of Errol Spence we're going to see. Keep in mind, Errol Spence is, for the first time in his career, coming off of a loss. For the first time in his career, coming off of a fight where he got stopped. For the first time in his career, coming off a fight where he got dropped multiple times. That's embarrassment. For the first time in his career, fighting without long-time, well-renowned Hall of Fame trainer, multi-time trainer of the year, Derrick James. He's now with Hall of Fame trainer Ronnie Shields. So him and Derrick James had an issue. They had a falling out. He's no longer with Derrick James, who was in his corner and in his career since he was in the amateurs. So for the first time, he's going to be with a completely different trainer. Errol Spence states that Tszyu is going to see, and the boxing world is going to see, a completely different version of Errol Spence. Errol Spence was once considered the black Mexican, right? Flat-footed, come forward, aggressive, strong, high work rate fighter, right? Not a lot of flair, very vanilla. Body, body snatcher, just aggressive, right? Errol Spence accredits that to Derrick James and says Derrick James never gave him the option to be versatile, right? Derrick James never taught him to be versatile. So Derrick James' response was, that's not true. I used to tell Errol all the time, move your head, get off the line, move your feet, change angles. But Errol Spence told me, why do I have to do that? If I'm standing in front of him, that means he's standing in front of me and I ain't got to look for him. That sounds like something Errol would say. And so I don't think Derrick James is making that up. And so Errol Spence is now saying Ronnie Shields is teaching him versatility. He's going to show versatility. He had no adjustments for Terrence Crawford in past fights, but he was victorious in those fights. And now he wasn't victorious in this fight. And so now he's saying that he needed to make a change. And so now he's saying that Tszyu is going to have to change his game plan once he get in the ring, because he's going to see a completely different fighter than what the world's accustomed seeing in Errol Spence, being a come forward, flat-footed, aggressive, high work rate fighter. The question is, at 36 and coming off a 3-year layoff, can we actually see a different version of Errol Spence? Can you teach an old dog new tricks? Is it possible for Errol Spence to physically make the adjustments? He suffered that horrific car accident that took a toll on his body. 3-year layoff, took punishment and a beating from Terrence Crawford, suffered 2 major eye injuries. Can his body at 36 adapt and make changes to be more fluid, more elusive? Can he do that? I know people, I did a video about it, and people was concerned what they saw from Errol Spence when he was hitting the pads and training with Ronnie Shields for media day and so on and so forth, the leaked videos. Now, Errol Spence says in 2 weeks, y'all going to see a completely different fighter. Is it possible, though? Is it possible for us to see a completely different fighter? Is that possible? In that video, I stated that I feel like, Errol Spence was just going through the motions, media day, etc. People were saying he's slow. He's never been very twitchy, very fast. That's not his game. But is it possible for Errol Spence to suddenly become elusive, to move his feet, to get his head off the line? Is that possible? That's the question that we're going to have to see in a few weeks. That's what's so intriguing. That's why I wish this fight was in the States. But let's see how it unfolds and plays out. What do y'all think, man? I think he's going to stop Tszyu in the 11th round. That's me. I think by the 11th round, he's going to stop Tszyu. But what y'all think about this? Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.